Hello everyone! Today we're diving into The Bull, a fascinating short story by the renowned British writer Saki. This tale isn't just about an animal, it's a brilliant exploration of human nature, specifically focusing on complex emotions like vanity, pride, and the often hidden yet intense rivalry between siblings. Saki uses sharp wit and unexpected twists to reveal what happens when our sense of self-worth is challenged by others' success. Get ready to uncover the layers of this captivating narrative. Our journey begins with an introduction to Saki's The Bull. This isn't just a simple animal tale, it's a profound look into the complexities of human emotions. The story masterfully explores themes of vanity, where characters are overly concerned with their appearance or achievements, deep-seated pride in one's possessions or work, and the silent yet powerful force of sibling rivalry that can drive people to surprising actions. Prepare to see how these emotions play out. Did you know? A short story like The Bull is typically much shorter than a novel. It usually focuses on fewer characters and has a simpler plot, allowing authors to explore a single idea or theme in depth. Our story introduces two half-brothers with very different lives, Tom Yorkfield and Laurence. Tom is a farmer, deeply rooted in tradition. He runs Helsbury Farm, which has been in his family for generations, and he takes immense pride in his practical work and his livestock. On the other hand, Laurence is an artist, an animal painter, who lives a more unconventional life, supporting himself through his art. He's actually quite successful, finding people to buy his pictures. Despite having no direct quarrels, Tom holds a strong, unspoken dislike for Laurence. He views Laurence as just an artist chap, feeling a strong sense of superiority as a proper farmer. Here's a fun fact about the animal kingdom. Animals like bulls are herbivores, meaning they only consume plants, and many hoofed mammals, like sheep, goats, and bison, often live together in groups called herds, which is exactly how Tom keeps his cattle. Tom's biggest source of pride is his prize bull, named Clover Fairy. This isn't just any bull. Tom has invested his effort into breeding him, making sure he is vigorous, shapely, and healthy, qualities that make him much better than any other bull his immediate neighbors possess. Clover Fairy is highly regarded in the community, often spoken of positively on market days. Tom values him at a significant £100. When Laurence makes a rare visit to the farm, Tom sees the perfect opportunity. He decides to lead Laurence to Clover Fairy's enclosure, hoping to impress, and more importantly, to humble his artist brother, asserting his own practical superiority. Did you know that a bull's horns are permanent bone structures? Unlike deer antlers, which are shed annually, a bull's horns grow continuously throughout its life and are never shed. The story takes a dramatic turn when Laurence casually reveals a stunning piece of news. He asks Tom if he remembers a painting of a bull he exhibited in Taunton. Tom, still dismissing it, grudgingly admits he does. Then Laurence drops the bombshell. He sold that painting for £300. Tom is absolutely stunned, and a slow flush of anger spreads across his face. £300. He realizes with fury that his own living, breathing bull, Clover Fairy, would hardly fetch £100, even under the best market conditions. Yet a piece of canvas painted by his brother sold for 3 times that sum. Tom considers this a cruel insult, feeling that his attempt to put Laurence in his place has backfired dramatically. The tables were turned, and his cherished beast suddenly seemed cheap and insignificant next to the price paid for a mere picture, deeply wounding his pride and sense of value. A fascinating aspect of Saki's writing is how he often used contrasts in wealth or financial value, like the difference between the bull's price and the painting's price, to subtly comment on society and human priorities. It adds a layer of depth to his seemingly simple stories. Overwhelmed by anger and humiliation, Tom unleashes his feelings, bluntly and harshly criticizing Laurence for selling paintwork to soft-witted fools. He declares his preference for the real thing, nodding towards Clover Fairy. When Laurence finds Tom's argument amusing and laughs, it pushes Tom over the edge. He makes a grab at Laurence's silk shirt. Here's where the story gets really wild. Clover Fairy, overjoyed by the sight of two humans fighting in her enclosure, seizes the opportunity. The bull tosses Laurence in the air and tries to prod him in the ribs. Fortunately, Tom, despite his fury, intervenes just in time to stop the bull from causing more harm. Laurence sustains a dislocated shoulder and a broken rib or two, but surprisingly, Tom's jealousy vanishes after this. He finds a strange satisfaction in the fact that while Laurence's painted bull could sell for hundreds, it could never do what Clover Fairy did: toss a man in the air and hit him in the ribs. This becomes Clover Fairy's noteworthy achievement and Tom's twisted, bizarre sense of triumph. One of Saki's signature styles is the dark, ironic twist at the end of his stories. In The Bull, Tom's final satisfaction in his bull's violent act perfectly exemplifies this unexpected and slightly unsettling ending. Let's reflect on the profound themes and moral lessons from The Bull. Firstly, it brilliantly explores sibling rivalry, highlighting the deep, often unspoken competition between Tom and Laurence. Secondly, vanity and pride are central. Tom's inflated sense of self-worth is shattered, showing how easily our ego can be wounded when challenged. Thirdly, the story makes us question our perception of value. What truly holds worth, the tangible and practical, or the abstract and artistic? The contrasting prices of the bull and the painting force us to consider this. The overarching moral of a story is to be cautious of letting jealousy and constant comparison to others consume you. Such emotions can cloud your judgment, lead to irrational actions, and ultimately distort your perspective on what truly matters in life. It's a powerful reminder that true satisfaction should not come from another's misfortune or a twisted sense of superiority. Speaking of cultural backgrounds, one of the theories for Saki's pen name links to the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. This is a famous collection of quatrains. That's 4-line poems written by a brilliant Persian polymath who excelled in mathematics, astronomy, philosophy, and poetry. Let's take a moment to shine a spotlight on the brilliant author behind The Bull, Hector Hugh Munro, famously known by his pen name, Saki. Born in 1870, Saki was a British writer celebrated for his concise, witty, and often darkly humorous short stories. He had an incredible knack for creating unexpected twists in his narratives and masterfully exposing the follies of human nature. His intriguing pen name, Saki, is believed by some to be inspired by a character in the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, a selection of poems by the Persian poet Omar Khayyam. Others playfully suggest it might refer to a type of South American monkey. Tragically, Saki's life was cut short when he died fighting bravely in the First World War in 1916, a testament to his service, leaving behind a legacy of unforgettable tales like The Open Window and The Interlopers. Beyond just entertaining, Saki's stories are often studied in literature classes for their brilliant use of satire, where he uses humor, irony, or exaggeration to criticize people's vices, and for his clever deployment of irony to create surprising and thought-provoking outcomes. In conclusion, The Bull by Saki offers us several valuable insights. It powerfully demonstrates how deep-seated jealousy and pride can lead to irrational behavior and a skewed perception of reality. It challenges us to think about what we truly value: tangible wealth, artistic expression, or something else entirely. And finally, it showcases Saki's mastery as a storyteller, using sharp wit and unexpected turns to brilliantly expose the universal flaws and complexities of human nature. This story reminds us that sometimes our greatest battles are fought within ourselves, over our own insecurities and comparisons. Thank you for exploring The Bull with me today.